Welcome back to another collage video. I have a couple of things pulled out already that I have an idea for, and I'm pretty excited about it, so I hope that it turns out. So here's my idea. I have this really interesting backdrop. It's I think it's pretty vintage, but it's of people at a 3D theater for the first time, I think. And then I have this toilet, which I want to cut out, and I want to like cut around one of the rows and put the toilet in and amongst them. And then I want to cut out this bouquet and put it in the toilet. And I'm not sure if I'll cut the toilet roll out yet, or this flower out. I might. We'll see how that works out, but I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm slowly cutting around some of the people's heads because I really want the toilet to feel integrated into this image. Let's see. And I think I'm really liking how this is turning out. Like, look how fun that is. That's awesome. So I know that the top here is going to be overflowing with the flowers, so I don't think that I really need to cut any more people out, because I think it's pretty good how it is. So let's go ahead and, oh, I like that. That looks so cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's cut some flowers out. Okay, I just finished cutting each of these little petals out, and it was a lot more work than I naively anticipated, which is funny because, I mean, it looks like it would be a lot of work. So let's just see how this goes together, and let's see what else we need to do to complete the image. So I cut this little leaf out. So that could be spilling over like that. I could almost do more because you can see that jar. So, one thing I've been noticing too is that, well, this is just a utility knife, just a cheap utility knife. So it's not actually a crafting like X-Acto knife. So there's that, but also cutting on old magazine paper when you're doing fine stuff like this is pretty tricky because the paper just wants to rip. Whereas like more modern news magazine paper is a lot thicker. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so we got the flowers in the toilet. Let's cut this bit off. And then we've got the toilet in and amongst these people, which I think is awesome. I'm loving this so much right now. I'm debating whether of putting the toilet paper roll in here somewhere, maybe cut this guy's head out. And then also, let's cut this flower out real quick. Actually, yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna cut his face out a little bit, just so that I can tuck the toilet paper roll behind him. And then the flower won't be tucked in anywhere. I almost wonder if I should move the toilet over this way a little bit more. Just so I can center it on the page just a bit better. Do I put the flower behind the toilet? Nah. I like it in front. It's got a nice little blank space here. It fits perfect. Okay, you guys, I love this so much. So I am just going to start gluing it all together. All right, so all I have to do is flatten this and let it dry and it's good to go. I'm really tempted to like hang this up in our bathroom because I think it would be like a perfect piece for a washroom. So yeah, there was that one. I'm really happy with it. Hello, so do you guys remember when I did this collage? I really love this one and I actually want to put it up in our bathroom. I want to frame it and put it in the bathroom. However, I would like to pair it with like a companion piece to have like two pieces that play off each other. And the images I have found for, I guess, the companion piece is this for the background. I thought like the hair kind of really like works for a bathroom too. And then this guy. I have to finagle yet where he'll look the best. I was kind of thinking in and about this area. And then I just had to take a quick peek, and it was not quick actually. I looked through almost every one of my catalogs and magazines because I wanted to find another like bouquet to put in the sink, and I wanted it to be colorful. I mean, if it had the same colors in it, that would be cool, but if not, as long as it was colorful and there were like bigger blooms. So these are the things that I found. I wasn't sure how this would work because I see that I don't have a ton of space to go up because I'll have to cut it off at some point. So I don't have a lot of space to go up. So then I was like, well, would this work? So I'm going to have to cut through and take out all of these fuchsia, I don't know what you call those, stems, and see if that works. Alternatively, I found this one. I thought it had decent volume. The only thing I didn't like was that it was like smaller blooms, and I wanted like bigger blooms to go with this vibe, and then also the colors didn't really like mesh well together. So this is like a maybe. And then I found this one. This one might be perfect. It's not, now that I hadn't put them together yet, like just side by side. Now that I am, I do still feel like this is too small. Yeah, I kind of do feel like this is too small. The colors, again, they work great together with this one. I'm going to maybe cut out these fuchsia and see what I think. Yeah, okay, let's just do that, and then we will come back and reassess our situation. I cut this one out. I might need to do some finer trims just to make it look the nicest that I can. But I wanted to see first if this was a viable option. So okay, it would be something like this. That's kind of how that one would look. So pairing it beside this, I mean, I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. But I mean, I'm going to try this one as well. I think this one fits the vibes better, but this one's just so nice and big, just like this one, but also kind of loses what it's actually sitting in. It's sitting in a sink, and I feel like that is a little bit lost with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out, and we will see how that works. Well, I do think I like this one better than the fuchsias, just because it's a little bit more clear to see that this is like a pedestal sink. I do wish these were a touch larger, just to kind of like really play off these big blooms. So what do? Do I keep looking? I could keep, I want to be happy with this piece because I love this piece, and I really love how these two pieces play off each other. So I really don't want to be disappointed in the flower element. So I'm going to keep looking. This is, I thought it would be easier to find another bouquet of big blooms, but it's a bit more tricky. Well, I found another one. I'm going to try and cut this one, and I'm going to try and cut it down a little bit. I don't know how that's going to work, but I mean, I have to for these sections regardless because the blooms go off the page, so I need to create the illusion that that never happened. And so I'm hoping by doing that and reducing the size in that way, it will fit good. It doesn't really go with the color scheme of the other one, so I'm still unsure, but maybe it could be nice because it fills in the color that this one's missing. I don't know, but let's go ahead and I guess start cutting and see what we can make happen. I have a feeling this is still too big. I think it is cute, but it is a bit unfortunate that like we lose sight of all of the taps and stuff in the back. Not to mention it's quite large. So yeah, how could we reduce this even more? Or do I not risk destroying this, which I could use in something else, and keep looking? Well, I just got back from the thrift store because these are some of the other options I had found. So like, you can see with its companion here. And I just, like, I mean, it works, but it just doesn't give the same vibe as this one. I think because it's a single color. And then this one actually looks quite cute, and I do feel like it has a similar vibe to this one because it's got the pink, but also the like spiky look from these guys. So I think, I mean, that one works. It's just a lot more simple than I would want, because I would want like a big bouquet like this one. So I mean, I guess that's an option, but I quickly ran there and I picked up 3. I think in this one I had found something that I thought would work. So I'm gonna flip through these off camera, and then I will come back and show you what I've got from these 3. So crossing our fingers one last time that we can find a beautiful bouquet of vibrant colors that goes with this bouquet, that fits the sink, that fits the background, you know, hopefully. This is the only one I found, but I think it might be the winner. The color tones are super perfect with this one. The only thing I don't like is that this is one kind of flower. Like, I think it's just a poppy, but at least it's in different colors. So I like that. I think the sizing of it will work really nice. It's not too high. It's spread out this way a little bit more, which I think will work for the background space. The only thing is, if I can make this bloom, I don't want to cut this bloom out, but if I can just make it look, because it's cut off, I want to make it look whole still, you know? So we are going to give that a try. So let's put these off to the side and cut this sucker out. All right, let's try this. I have a good feeling about it, so hopefully. Slip this in there. Ooh, I like it. Yes, I think it's a good pairing with this one. I think so. Okay, good. Let's continue on then with this one. I will have to do some fine cutting around the taps here. I mean, I guess I probably wouldn't have to because it's going to be covered. Let's see. Let's see if I even have to. I'm going to cut this flower out a little bit more. Ooh, yes. Yes, I am a fan of that. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna also give this little bud here, cut him out a little bit from the back. So that I can put it in front, which will sell the illusion that much more and really integrate it into the sink. All right. And I don't think I will need to cut around those finely because it looks like it'll be covered. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut a good chunk of this part off. I really like this, yay! So happy we found something that worked nicely. Okay, Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now, I guess we can start placing this guy in the girls, and I have to cut around the girls' heads so that it fits well. So I know I have to cut it off at this line. So if I do it about there, I'd like to move it over even a little bit more, but I have to work with the head that's here. So we'll just do our best. Okay, so if I place this here, I want them to be the same size though as well, which is not going to work, I guess, but they'll be close. So, okay, let's see what we can make happen here. It's my only dilemma is like I could put this like right dead center, but then her head is gonna cover the entire thing. So all we're gonna see is the top sink, and I really wanna see part of this pedestal. So this one is going to just end up being smaller than that one, I guess. So I think we had it about here. So then I know that I have to cut around her whole side here. Her side, and her head. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't think I'm gonna tuck this in either of their heads because I think it'll be too buried then, because it is hiding quite a bit behind her. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna glue it all together. I'm going to mount it on some black cardstock, and then yeah, I think we'll be good to go. So I'll jump back when we're at that point. Okay, this is the final look for both of these. I really like how they pair together. I think they do a good job of playing off the colors, but also, I don't know, giving that quirky vibe with like the black and white people in the back. I think it's kind of funny. So these are the two, and I'm really happy with them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!